it's so often that we rely on the external, on the validation of other people, on the thinking like, oh, well, is this going to be what everyone else is doing? How am I going to be perceived based on this? And it's so freeing when you let go of that and recognize that it isn't a necessary part of your life. And there's so many net positives and benefits to letting go of that need for a sense of validation, because all of a sudden everything you're doing is for yourself because you want to do it. And this, I think, kind of ties into what you're talking about with selfishness before, because so many people, even if they don't necessarily have a lot of money, because they derive their sense of value from external validation from peers and friends and family, they're not doing it for themselves. They're doing it for everyone else. And it's sort of a manipulative form of selflessness almost. It's like a different type of selflessness where you're just not doing anything for you because you feel like you need all of their validation. So, you're not buying the clothes that you actually like. You're buying the clothes that you think are going to get them to like you. You're not buying the car that you actually like or care about. You're buying the car that you think is going to make you look the best for everyone else. You're not buying the house that you actually want to buy because that's what you like and that's all you think you need. Maybe you don't really feel like you need a big house, but because you rely on everyone else's validation for your sense of worth, all of a sudden you do kind of need a big house because that's how you think your value is derived. But as you let go of that need, as you let go of those external validating factors, all of a sudden you're able to do things for you in almost that selfish way Ray was talking about before, because it's for you. And all of a sudden you don't have to, pay a couple million for a house. You can get one that you actually like way fucking more, and it's a lot cheaper. And then you can also do other things you want to do with your life. And beyond even just the fiscal aspect of it, the monetary aspect of it, there's so much less stress and worry, and basically everything about your life gets a lot better when you let go of that need for the external validation.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can never get it. That's the problem, right? Is that as soon as you're playing that game, you are manipulative and you're being manipulated, right? Anybody who thinks that their opinion of you is indicative of your value is also playing that comparison game. And so you're immediately in a game where their perception of you, which is so important, is being influenced by their own perceived lack and need. So you can't possibly live up to what they might require of you because it's always changing and you can't see it. But if you don't recognize that, you spend your entire life running, either ahead of the crowd trying to beat them or behind the crowd trying to catch up. You're never happy. You never have a moment's peace because it's always about how you live relative to how everybody else might see you or how everybody else might think of you or judge you. And eventually you have to come to terms with the fact that regardless of what they see, that's not you. Regardless of how they perceive you, that's not the truth.